Okay, so I've been asked quite a few times how I've done the iPad in the dash. I thought now that I'm ripping it apart is a great time to show. So really the iPad is, yes, the iPad is, I use it as the stereo, movies, videos, everything, but realistically there still is a radio in the vehicle. So this radio is actually, it's just a Pioneer. It's just a base stereo I use just because really the stereo is what's powering all the everything. I'm just kind of piggybacking off the iPad. So basically I have a cord connected to the stereo. It's on the back, and that cord connects the stereo to the iPad basically full time. So these are always connected. So when the stereo is turned on, obviously it's just switched to USB mode, and then obviously it just plays anything off the iPad. But it's just super nice to have this. It's really different. A lot of people don't do this, and I've been asked quite a few times, so I thought here I'd show myself and explain it. So this is actually a mount for, I believe it's a 98 Silverado. It's just a basic one DIN stereo holder. So that was mounted up in the top. It's kind of hard to see, but I mounted that obviously slanted on an angle, and then all I did is I just cut a little piece out of the glove box so it would hold the stereo in place. So now basically all I did is I just relocated the stereo over. Now I did have to extend all the wires. All the wires are extended. I believe it's about 6 inches long, so it's not too much of an extension that was needed, but the cables evidently did need to be extended. Now, obviously, so first things first is removing this dash trim, which is very easy. This dash trim could easily just be removed by using a flat end screwdriver and pulling back on the clips this way on this one here. On this one here, you actually have to take a flat end screwdriver and pry on this piece here, which is the bottom piece for the steering column, the cover for it. Once you peel that back, you'll have enough room to take a flat end screwdriver on this one, peel this back, and off. Once this piece and this piece is off, then you can easily remove this piece, which is obviously also clipped in, and you will again need to take a flat end screwdriver onto the top here and pry up a little bit. Just don't pry too much because you'll snap the clips. They're very brittle and it's GM quality clips, so I'd be surprised if you can take it off once or twice and not a clip would break. So basically, you have your connection here for the iPad, which I've ran down and around through there. Now, this here one piece, this is actually for the stereo. So this is the extension harness I built. Again, it's not very long. It just goes up and around, and it gets right into the back of the stereo. So it's not too hard to fish them through. Obviously, just do them one at a time, and as you're doing them, solder them right back together so you don't mix match, because some of the colors are the same. There's two white, so just make sure you do it, take your time. Okay, so the way I've done it is kind of hick, but it works. This is after a whole summer of use, so you can see like the iPad slowly started separating. Again, slowly started separating. It wasn't even really noticeable inside the car, but so on the back, it is almost like Gorilla Glue is basically what I've used. I don't remember the actual brand, but it's basically like a Gorilla Glue tape is all I've used. Again, this is an iPad I don't give a shit about, so I didn't care what the back was going to look like. I don't give a shit. So I've used tape. Other people I've seen, there's only a couple other people that have done this that I've noticed. Some people have made little brackets with plastic weld, which is exactly what I was thinking of doing, so basically making an L-shaped plastic welded bracket on the back, so the iPad will kind of fit in like a glove, which is kind of pretty much what I've tried here. So on the back, I've kind of sat it right on the bottom of this here, where the airbag light goes. So basically, it's all set up on this. But like I said, this is after a whole summer's use. Like, unless you're really pushing on the screen, like pushing all the way through, then you might actually attempt to peel the tape off the back of it, but realistically, it's fine. I've driven the car 18,000 kilometers this summer. I've beat the hell. It's gone through rough roads and everything, and it hasn't fell through or fell off yet. So it might look hick, I agree, but it works. So, but yes, the best way to do this would really just be a plastic weld. But if you're like me and you're lazy and you want to try it without, it's easy enough to do. Obviously, just remember you have to leave a little piece so you can still plug in the cord, because it needs to be plugged in at all times for it to work, right? So when you have the when you have the stereo on, this will automatically boot itself up, and then when it's off, you have to shut it off. So the biggest downfall, though, of doing the iPad and the dash is obviously volume. So the issue with the stereo is obviously stereo is your actual control. You can't control the volume, climate, or anything on the iPad, as we already know. So to switch the volume, you do have to open the glove box and turn the stereo knob, or what I have in mind, I just haven't finished setting it up yet, is I have a little adapter that the remote for the actual stereo can read through the glove box, so I can just click on the remote and turn down the volume up and down. So that works. Or obviously, if you're on something like Spotify or something, you can just hit the play button. You can hit the pause or video sim idea, pause, play. That's what I do. And then people ask me, why would you... Evidently, most people are just going to go double din anyways. They're not going to do this, but it's very nice. It's creative. It's different. Like, everyone does a double din. That's why I ended up doing the iPad and the dash. I thought it'd be something cool. So yeah, it's as simple as that. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll try my best to figure them out for you, but it's fairly easy. Like I said, as long as you have a single DIN radio that you can hide behind the glove box, and have an iPad that you can either tape, what I did, or, you know, do what other people do and actually plastic weld it and make it literally really nice, like a little holder for it. It's fairly simple, but that's all I have for you today. Thanks. Have a good day.